Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to teach you EVS part 1 next lesson. Students, you have already learned about, in the last lesson, you all have already learned about how one animal is related to another animal. Also, you have learned about how the food chain takes place with the help of such animals. And also, you have learned about the environmental balance. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So today, your Miss Selvi Rodrigues is going to teach you EVS part 1 next lesson, that is lesson number 12, food for all.
Which vegetable do we get around the time of Diwali? I repeat once again, which vegetables do we get around the time of Diwali? Yes, very good. We get cauliflower and cabbage and also other vegetables during the time of Diwali. Which part of the plant we use for food? Repeat once again. Which part of plant we use for food? Students, we eat leaves from plants. We also eat roots of plants. We eat vegetables and fruits from plants. In short, we eat all the parts of plant including fruits, vegetables, leaves, roots, etc. What does this tell us? This tells us that each and every vegetable, each and every fruit has its own season. Example, in monsoon season, that is in rainy season, we get fruit such as plum, cherries and so on. Also, in summer season, we get fruit such as mango. So each and every fruit has its own season. What does this tell us? That each and every fruit, each and every vegetable and all the grains remind us about agriculture. So, our first point is agriculture. We get food from plants and we sow grains in the field and we get a fruit tree. About 60% of our land in our country is covered with agricultural land. Agriculture is the world's leading source of food item. Agriculture is the mainstay of India's economy. It accounts of 26% of gross domestic production. Indian agriculture is fully dependent on monsoon. Students, we all know our three main seasons. And which are those three main seasons? Yes, the rainy season, summer season and winter season. You know, agriculture also has its two main seasons. They are Kharif season and Rabi season. The season from June to October is called Kharif season. In this season, the crops are watered mainly by rain. Kharif crop, monsoon crop or autumn crops are domesticated by plants like rice that are cultivated and harvested in India. Rice and maize are the major Kharif crops in India. So our next point is Rabi season. The seasons from October to March are called as Rabi season. In this season, the rainwater has soaked into the soil. Rabi crops are agricultural crops that are sown in winter and has wasted in spring. Beans, mustard and wheat are major Rabi crops in India. So, in addition, some crops are grown from March to June and they are called as summer crops. Tomato, melon, cucumber, etc. are some of the crops grown in summer. Okay, students. So our next point is agricultural work. Every farmer wishes to have a good harvest as if there is a good harvest, then there is good income. So, what is essential for a good harvest? So, there should be proper fertile land, good quality seed, fertilizers, and also good availability of water for a good harvest. Crops in the field must be protected and harvested. Also, the seeds need to be stored in a safe place. All this is important. Tilling of the land is also a necessary process. Tilling is nothing but the agricultural preparation of soil like digging, overturning, stirring, and also the crop must be stored safely. So, students, now we all know that our country's population is increasing. Yes or no? Yes. So, as a country's population is increasing, there is a need for the people to be met. And yes, all this is because of the modern improved methods of agriculture. Students, before knowing about modern agriculture, we also need to know about traditional agriculture, how agriculture practices used to take place in traditional times. So come on, now let's move to our next point, that is traditional method. So let's see how traditional method of agriculture used to take place. Traditional method of agriculture, plowing and tilling was done with the help of oxen. Traditional method of irrigation, moth, rahat, dekhli and chain pump are some of the ways how irrigation used to take place. Now let's learn about traditional method of irrigation. First is moth or pulley system. In this system, the water is taken directly out of the well with the help of pulley and is used directly to the irrigated field. Students, now next one is Rahat system. In this system, the water is drawn out of the well with the help of animal. So students, the Rahat system of irrigation requires a well in which wheel is being used. Students, the wheel in this Rahat system is turned by the animals like oxen or cow or buffalo to get water out of the well, and then it is sprayed over the crops. Okay students, now our next point is Dekhli. In Dekhli system of irrigation, water is pulled using rope in the container and then used for irrigation of the crops. This system of irrigation uses manual or animal labor to draw water and to irrigate the fields. So our next point is chain pump. A chain pump consists of two large wheels connected by a chain. Chain pump is a type of water pump in which various circular discs are being positioned on endless chain. So this was nothing but traditional method of agriculture. Now we are going to learn more about it. So previously harvesting, which is a process of gathering crops, and thrashing, losing a part of grain from chaffs, was done by farmers' family members. Nowadays, due to modern technology, farmers carry out all these tasks with the help of machines. So there are various improved methods of agriculture. So our next point is improved seeds. In previous times, it was customary to preserve seeds of one harvest for sowing in the next season, and those seeds did not have high yield. Where else, nowadays, due to modern research, improved seeds are developed and they have higher yield. They are available in market so far in every crop like jawar, rice, wheat, groundnut, etc. Some varieties become ripe for harvesting, whereas some give high yield even with a low water supply. Okay, so now we move to our next point, modern irrigation. Crops grow well if they are watered properly at a right time. For irrigation, water from rivers, lakes and wells is being used in addition to rainwater. At dams and burns on the river to obstruct the flow of water downstream, which helps to raise the level of times. Crops were watered through canals, but much water from canals is lost due to evaporation and seepage in the ground. Nowadays, improved method of irrigation is used which provides enough water to the plants and also helps to save water. So, there are two modern methods of irrigation and they are drip irrigation and sprinkle irrigation. Irrigation is a method of irrigation which makes use of pipes with holes. It ensures that the water drips only near the plants and so full use is made of available water. Sprinkle irrigation. In sprinkle irrigation, the water is sprayed into the air through the sprinklers so that it breaks up into small water drops which fall on the ground. Sprinklers which are used are of different sizes which spray water directly on the plants. This was a half part of our lesson. In next part we are going to learn about fertilizers and how the seeds are being sowed and many other new things. Okay students, so this was the just and half part of the lesson. Next part we are going to learn in the next video.
Students, did you like today's lesson? So come on, now let's recap this lesson. So what have we learned in this lesson? We have learned about two main agricultural seasons, and which are those? Kharif season and Rabi season. Also we have learned about traditional agriculture. In that we also learned about various methods of agriculture. Also we have learned about various methods of irrigation. How irrigation takes place through modern methods and also how irrigation used to take place in previous. Okay students, so now in this part we have learned so many things. So now I am going to teach you more about fertilizers and more information will be given regarding the warehouse, how to store grains and all the things in our next part of the video.